What is going on, guys? So, Amazon paid a visit to my house today. Happy Monday, by the way. Actually, Amazon came yesterday. So, let's see what they brought. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. This is sweet. Check it out. Boom. Yep. Another donate Deadbolt. Let's get this out of the box and we will see what we are going to do with it. Oh, I will say it does involve this guy right here. I don't know if you can see that guy. Oh, I put lights in it, by the way, so that's kind of cool. Yep, this guy right here is going to be a donor. Yes, indeed. Donor. I like doing it this way. I hate the fact that I always end up with extra bodies. But I'm not going to get into what's in the box because everybody knows what's in the box. But anyway, I like doing it this way because look how shiny that is. That is so awesome. I love new trucks. I hate it because you always end up with extra bodies, but it's cheaper to go this way. And then, yeah, later on down the road, you can always throw upgrades at it. It gives you something to do later, I guess. But as you can tell, I had somebody ask me why I always shrink the bodies. This is why. Because when you take these smaller model bodies or the die-cast bodies, they always end up to have a smaller wheelbase. So, yeah. That is why, because the wheel wells don't quite line up. They won't be so bad on this truck, but I just like having the wheel wells line up. But yeah, and by the time I stick wheel extenders on there, and they don't tend to be too terribly bad because I do end up lowering them too a little bit. I usually always lower the suspension as far as I can. And the body I lower as far as I can too. That way it covers up all the mess on the side. Although this one, the sides of the body are like super short. And Avenger is the same way actually. So it's kind of difficult to do that. But anyway, let me get some tools around and we'll get started. Okay guys, got my tools. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tires off. I'm going to take the body off. And I'm going to rip out the rear axle. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so got everything tore apart and I made some adjustments off screen. So this little shaft on the drive shaft, that part right there needs to be trimmed down to 13 millimeters in order to make all this work. And then this part here, from inside, from that point to the end, is 27 millimeters. That needs to be cut down. And there is enough room in there to make it work. Unlike the metal drive shafts that I like using, it isn't hollow all the way through, but there is enough room to do this adjustment to make them fit. It snugs right up and it's going to work perfectly. The overall length from pin to pin, I believe, needs to be like 36 millimeters in order for it to fit in the shortened wheelbase. I think it needs to be smaller than that. So let's measure Avenger. So from there to there, that looks like it's 27. Nope, it is 28. Nope, 29. Okay, so on Avenger, the rear drive shaft, from this point here to the same point on this side needs to be shorter than 29. So I would make it like the whole drive shaft like 28 millimeters from this point to this point, 28 millimeters. And it should work. It should. It will probably work on this one only because the lengths I need to use are the exact same length because I don't have the proper upper links to use. Ideally, I would like to have links, lower links. I think these are I can't remember if they're top or bottom, but these are 56 millimeter links. And the ones I used on Baby Avenger are 45.5 for the top, but they're too short. So that's why I'm using the exact same on this build, because I want to see what it turns out, because I haven't really figured out what the proper length is to use. I do know if you're able to figure out a way to make the wishbone from the C10, basically if you use the front C10 suspension links in the back, perfect. But without having all of them at hand, I have to do it this way. So yeah, come along with me and we'll get this all mounted up. Alright guys, we got it all shrunkened up. So like I said, I didn't have the proper upper links to use, so you can tell that that thing is cocked back quite a bit. So I gotta figure out what length to use for these, because if you look at Avenger, the links are cocked, the thing is cocked upward. And these are 45.5 upper links. So I gotta find a happy medium, if they even make one. I might just go ahead, because I know if you take the front suspension links, including the Y link, off the Jeep and the C10, they work. So yeah, so I'm just gonna have to live with this for now. It looks kind of retarded. There's no binding issues, so yeah, stay tuned. I will figure out the proper length to use. I might just end up having to get those adjustable ones. They make adjustable ones that you can twist out. They have like the ends that twist, and so I might get a set of those and see if I can get those to work. But anyway, so now we are going to mount the body. So this here, guys, is the Deadbolt magnet mount kit for the front, but this is actually going to be used in the back. So because it's going to go up in here like this. Ta-da! Because I already went and put magnets in there. So that's how that's going to work. And then the front, guys, I'm just going to use some screws. These aren't the ideal screws I like to use. I like to use the pan heads because they're oval on the top. But this is all I have for now, and they work. So those are just going to screw right into the post mounts for the Deadbolt. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay guys, so there we have it. I did kind of rig it a little bit. I took and modified that rear suspension mount. I took it off and I kind of hopped it backward and kind of mounted it up at an angle, so that way it gives the differential a little bit better until I get proper links. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. It works though. Mounts up pretty sweet, just like that. Freaking cool. Yep. All right, so I am going to be swapping out these rims and tires. I got currently these rims on my Thornbirds, but I really like the looks of this setup. It's the stock C10 tires that I bought from Axial with no rims in them, so they don't have any foams in them, but I just like the looks of these on the truck. And if you look at the comparison, these ones are a little slightly bit wider now and a slightly bit shorter compared to the Power Hobby rims and these rims. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This combination, wheel tire combination on this guy. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of a hosh posh video. Don't really have all the proper stuff to do it, but I made it work for your guys' sake. So yeah, as always, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified, and we'll see you guys Wednesday. Bye.